Hello, lovely people. I'm Kate Hill, and I'm here to give you the best unbiased and honest commentary about the property markets, along with some really awesome hints and tips, so stay tuned. Now, before we get started, I want to ask everyone a question. If you're nervous or anxious about the property markets at the moment, we have actually been going through some pretty challenging times. What is the biggest thing that worries you? What is it exactly? Tell me in the comments below, and let's get this conversation started for 2021. Okay, so today I'm going to cover off on a quick summary of house price growth in 2020, pent-up demand to drive property prices in 2021, and what property to look for in 2021. And just really quickly, if you're facing the dilemma of whether to buy a home to live in or an investment property first, then watch this video here. I've also listed it in the description below, which I hope will give you some help with that decision making. Okay, let's get going. Australian home values ended the year 3% higher, with regional housing values increasing 3 times more than the combined capitals. As a quick overview, 7 of our 8 capital cities, according to CoreLogic, delivered growth in their house prices during 2020. You'll note that the property price increases were highest in Darwin, which grew 9% last year, followed by Canberra with 7.5% growth, Hobart with 6.1%, Adelaide 5.9%. Melbourne was the only city to record a decline overall in its median house price, down 1.3%. Sydney was up 2.7%, Brisbane up 3.6%, and Perth 1.9%. They all recorded moderate house price growth in a year when most of the nation's cities defied the pandemic and its negative economic impacts. Now, I am out there every day in the real estate market buying property for my clients, and there continues to be low inventory levels across many of the markets in Australia that we are buying in. So these low stock levels have been a feature of the Australian housing market through 2020. Although the number of new listings surged higher through our spring and into early summer, the total number of residential dwellings advertised for sale has remained persistently low throughout 2020. There are more active buyers than new listings being added to the market, which means demand is outstripping supply. And what do we all know that equals? CoreLogic say that in retrospect, the rebound in the housing market activity and dwelling values is unsurprising, given the rapid and substantial monetary and fiscal response from the government and the policymakers. Record low interest rates played a key role in supporting housing market activity, along with a spectacular rise in consumer confidence as COVID-related restrictions were lifted and forecasts for economic conditions turned out to be overly pessimistic. Containing the spread of the virus obviously has been critical to Australia's economic and housing market resilience. So following on from that above little report about prices, a number of property pundits out there, including me, are predicting that 2021 will be a better year than 2020, particularly for the residential property market, as capital cities are expected to see a higher rate of value increases. Again, those historically low interest rates, also pent-up transactional energy, are also likely to continue to provide a lift to the market in the early part of 2021. The announcement of some large infrastructure projects is setting the scene for long-term post-COVID economic recovery. Ultimately, if Australia succeeds in keeping the virus contained in 2021, this year will be a promising year for property. Economic recovery will set the scene for 2021 as businesses and consumer confidence improve more and more. and the vaccine program begins its rollout across the country. The opening of borders will also be a driver of economic rebound back to pre-COVID levels. Some of our housing markets have really struggled because of the lack of international students and migrants into Australia and the impact of the COVID pandemic, which has effectively closed the hospitality and events industries. It highlights a huge divergence in some of our markets, with suburban houses doing much better than units in the inner city areas, and lagging cities like Perth are very much playing catch up. Property prices are predicted to rise by 10% or more in most of our capital cities this year, and smaller cities outpacing Sydney and Melbourne. We expect that the current growth trends will continue through certainly the first half of 2021. SQM Managing Director expects house prices to rise the most in Perth, 12%, Adelaide 10%. Sydney could rise by 7% to 10%, Melbourne between 2 and 6%, and Brisbane 4 to 8%. All of us expect that investors who were mostly absent in the buying market in 2020 will be more evident this year as that confidence returns. Now, I was checking the analytics on my channel here the other day and seeing who's watching what and all of that kind of business. And I had a lot of views from all you lovely people out there who aren't subscribed yet. Literally twice as many watching who aren't subscribers. And you're watching each video for a long time, which is awesome. But come on, guys, I'm giving you for real, genuine, awesome content here. So you have to be a bit shameless with this, which I am. I'm just going to pause for like 5 seconds, let you just do that. It's just down there. Hit that subscribe button. Please, guys. It really helps. If you're enjoying the free content, also that like button. I really do appreciate it. So what to look for in property in 2021? Well, certainly affordability. With the pandemic restricting the numbers of international students and tourists and migrants, demand for inner city capital apartments will certainly decrease, as will their price and rents. But that makes them actually more accessible to those looking for affordable entry points. Some see that as an opportunity. Investors and first homeowners are likely to target low price brackets this year, unsurprisingly. First home buyer incentives and a relaxation of loan requirements will make lower priced property in sought after areas hot property. Depending on where you're buying and what that median price is in that area, markets that say that sub $500,000-$600,000 mark will be in great demand across our second tier cities and outer capital city locations, while the sub $1 million properties in our bigger cities will make for some pretty competitive buying. Smaller cities and lifestyle opportunities. So me and my team are licensed in multiple states. We are buying properties for our clients all over Australia. And we have definitely noted in the last few months, actually, the increased interest in lifestyle towns within commuting distances from our major capital cities. These should benefit in 2021 and beyond as a result of COVID-19 and the rise of that work from home setup that we're all in. I started reporting this late last year also because regional towns and lifestyle markets have shown some really strong results, and in many cases better results than our capital cities. Demand has been outstripping supply quite significantly, and this has resulted in short marketing periods, properties sold prior to auction, and generally really strong selling results. So for example, the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Bendigo, Ballarat, Geelong are all showing particular strength, with the advantages of rural lifestyles, good value attracting buyers. The middle to outer ring of our capital cities. Not everybody wants to move to the regions and go for that tree change or sea change. Around the Sydney area, for example, think direction Penrith to the west, close to where that massive new airport and the Aerotropolis are being built. Also the Central Coast to the north and Newcastle a little bit further up. All of these areas have a great appeal to people. Housing is affordable, you can still get to Sydney. There are real lifestyle opportunities, and those areas with thriving economies have diverse and plentiful job prospects for those who move and live there. There are so many great markets out there. Your biggest decision shouldn't be whether to buy, but where to buy and how many to buy. Now, we give you the best commentary and content here on our channel, so please let me ask you it going quickly. Hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you get all our expert hints and tips around buying, owning, and investing in property as soon as I post them up. And if you are enjoying that free content, please just hit that like button too. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all again really soon. Bye.